like a pot of neck bowl. Is God all right? Say amen. Amen. But the Bible says that a mighty famine arose in the land. He ran out of money because he was acting unwisely. And how many of you know that nobody wants you when you're down and out? Say amen. 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 When in your pocket there's not one penny, say amen. All man are good friends. I'll tell you to find out if you really got any. Yeah. Famine arose in the land. He was just trying to eat, man. He sought work from a citizen of that country. Is that right? And he found himself in a very demeaning predicament. What was going on with him, little pastor? This man sent him into the fields to feed his pigs. Yeah, no doubt. This would have been an abhorrent situation to Jesus' Jewish audience. Is that right? Amen. Why? Because as Jews, they considered pigs as unclean animals. Right. However, look at your neighbor and say, however. I'm going to go out on a limb and give this young man credit. I'll give this young man credit for doing what he had to do. Sometimes we find ourselves in situations that don't reflect who we really are. Say amen. 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 And I try to tell young people, particularly young men of color, say amen. As long as it's honest work, there's no shame in it. Say that again. Preach a little, pastor, with your little skinny self. Say amen. Even though I'm not too skinny now, I mean, Thanksgiving, thank you very kindly. No shame. Do what you have to do until you can do what you want to do. Yes, the young man was in such a bad way, Dr. Hill, that he finds himself envying the food of the pigs that he's attending to. That's what we're talking about when he came to himself. At that time, the young man came to himself. What are we talking about today? When he came to himself. When he realized where he was, he came to himself. Amen. This so-called prodigal prepared a speech in his mind of what he would say to his father. And look at this. He began the long journey back home. Man. But what he didn't know, this young man, this so-called prodigal, what he didn't know, as he shamefully made the trek back to the place he left, probably talked bad to his daddy before he left. Say amen. Amen. I'm dealing with that right now. Say amen. 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 Well, what he did not know as he shamefully walked back home was that his father was looking for him. Clap your hands today. His father was looking for him. We need to make it a point in our lives to tell somebody every day that God is looking for them, eagerly awaiting them to come to themselves. Clap your hands. Talking about when he came to himself. Point number one, stay home. Amen. Stay home. Don't stop coming to church. Stay home. Sometimes we get the idea, get this, sometimes we start thinking we're missing out on something. Right. All right. By electing to serve God. Amen. Been there, done that. Got the t-shirt and the cap hanging up in the closet. Say amen. That's an attempt of the enemy of all righteousness to draw you out from under the covering of the Lord and have his way with your life here on earth and to trap you into a perpetually condemned state. Preach the low slim pastor. I said that's a trick of the enemy. Trying to draw you out from the safety of the Lord. And have his way with you to tear you apart. Say amen. Amen. and keep you trapped in a perpetually condemned state. Look, just as the young man in our text, you have everything you need as long as you humble yourself to your Father. Amen. Say amen. Amen. The devil is a liar and a deceiver too. The grass is not greener in spaces where God is not allowed to reign. Amen. Ooh, preach, boy. As a matter of fact, this world, look at your neighbor and say, this world, and her entailments are representative of the greatest famine known to man. While many of God's people are taking the bait and returning to those things from whence many of us labored in prayer for God to deliver us, God is imploring us to draw closer to Him. Jesus says in Matthew 11:28 and 29, "Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn of me, for I am meek and lowly in heart, and you shall find rest unto your souls." Clap your hands. Amen. Stay at home. Amen. Don't let the devil trick you anymore. In God, all right. Amen. We have spent too much of our lives in a state of being tricked by the enemy. Amen. Stay at home. You have everything